would love to get it. I just don't think it would come up. Well, I mean, I'm not even at 168 no more.
Right.
But I mean, I would love to fight Crawford or even spar. I would love to.
David Benavidez, known as the Mexican Monster, has made it clear that he wants to face Terence Crawford at 168 pounds. At the same time, he also made a surprising claim that Turki Alashik once suggested a possible fight at 160 pounds in August. Benavidez responded firmly when asked about dropping weight, saying that if he could have made the cut safely, he would have done it a long time ago. But it's simply not possible now.
He did mention me one fighter. He wanted me to go down to 160 to fight Crawford. I'm like, bro, I cannot do that.
160?
Yeah. I mean, if I would be able to make 160, that would have been amazing. But I can't. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't remember the last time I weighed 160. So.
Terence Crawford has been named as a potential opponent. David Benavidez, once at 168 pounds, partly due to unfinished business connected to his brother, Jose Benavidez Jr. back in October 2018. Crawford stopped Jose Jr. in the 12th round of a close fight in Omaha, Nebraska. That result is still referenced when talking about the rivalry between the camps. Benavidez has suggested he wants to set things right after that loss. He also mentioned the tension that existed before the fight, where emotions nearly flared between both sides during the build-up.
They hated each other.
Right.
My brother and Crawford, they hated. So Crawford is a street dude. My brother's a street dude too, bro.
Yeah.
So the thing that was funny, so we had went to Omaha the last 3 weeks of the fight. So we're there training. So my brother's like, nah, I want to go show love to everybody in his hood. He goes to his barbershop.
Right.
And then the barber's like, yeah, you know, this is Crawford barbershop. He's like, I don't give a f, let him come in here.
Right.
Right. Like, yeah, we like you. Yeah, you got balls.
Despite the tensions around the situation, there was still a strong level of respect for Benavidez and his family, especially within the Mexican boxing community. Meanwhile, Jose Benavidez Sr. gave his opinion on Terence Crawford's fighting style, saying he doesn't find him as exciting as some other fighters like Shakur Stevenson. He argued that Crawford focuses more on winning rounds and controlling fights rather than chasing constant action and entertainment. In contrast, he praised David Benavidez for being more aggressive and willing to take risks to entertain fans than on the other side. Crawford has long been linked with a potential fight against Canelo Alvarez. Crawford himself has acknowledged that Canelo's size and power would be the main challenges, but he has also made it clear that he is not intimidated and believes he can handle whatever comes in the ring.
I think, you know, his punching power and his physical size is the only thing that I really have to worry about. But who knows? Once we get in the ring, we don't know how I'll handle his punching power, his size. I've been fighting bigger guys my whole life, so I'm pretty familiar.
Terence Crawford reportedly moved up in weight, aiming to eventually challenge Canelo Alvarez at 168 pounds, although Canelo has shown little interest in making that fight happen. Former multi-division champion Roy Jones Jr., who himself moved up from welterweight to heavyweight during his career, shared his breakdown of a possible Canelo versus Crawford matchup. He said Canelo would likely have the early advantage due to size, but warned that if Crawford settles into the fight, he becomes a serious problem. Jones also pointed out that the key question is how Crawford handles Canelo's power. Noting that it's something fans haven't really seen tested at that level, he added that if a fighter can disrupt Crawford's rhythm, they have a chance. But if they can't, they will struggle to control the fight that on the other side. David Benavidez also expressed interest in fighting or even sparring with Crawford at 168 pounds, while raising concerns about fighters moving up to 175 pounds and how that affects performance.
I would love to get it. I just don't think it would come up. Well, I mean, I'm not even at 168 no more.
Right.
But I mean, I would love to fight Crawford or even spar. I would love to spar Crawford.
Yeah.
Just like Terence, Crawford has shown interest in facing Canelo Alvarez. David Benavidez has also been aiming for a showdown with the Mexican champion for a long time. After years of waiting as a mandatory challenger, Benavidez eventually moved up to 175 pounds. Meanwhile, Crawford shared his thoughts on a potential Benavidez versus Canelo fight. He praised both fighters as top-level talents and described the matchup as a 50-50 contest, saying it could go either way depending on how the fight plays out.
Behind his jab, he's throwing straight punches. He's going to the body, going in up and down. He just got to tighten up a little bit on his defense, but other than that, man, he's good. He's ready for Canelo.
We know you want Canelo. How's it look? How's that fight look, Terrence? How does the Canelo fight look with Benavidez? Who do you favor?
I still got it at 50-50. Benavidez good, but Canelo is, you know what I mean, great. We just gotta see the fight, man. We all want to see the fight.
Do you think he gets him to the body? Because Booker was landing a lot of body shots.
I don't know. That's why I said we gotta watch the fight. You know what I mean? It's a different style, different type of fighter. You got two strong fighters going head to head.
Is Canelo the only 68 fighter? Would you consider a Benavidez?
Yeah, Canelo.
Additionally, Jose Benavidez Jr. has expressed interest in a rematch with Terence Crawford, possibly at a higher weight class. Despite the outcome of their first fight, he remains proud of his performance, telling reporters that he went the full 12 rounds and put up a strong effort. Even though he was ultimately stopped, he still praised Crawford, calling him one of the best fighters in the sport. Jose Jr. also claimed he is one of the few fighters to go the distance with Crawford, aside from recent exceptions. He further suggested that Crawford has a real chance against Canelo Alvarez, saying that if Crawford stays fully focused in training, he becomes extremely difficult to beat. He added that while Canelo is a skilled and undefeated champion who has faced the best in the sport, he still believes any fighter can be beaten with the right preparation and mindset. In 2018, David Benavidez praised his brother for the way he performed against Terence Crawford, saying it was a strong, competitive fight, and that his brother showed real toughness and proved he belongs at the top level that I in the past. David has also expressed interest in seeing big matchups involving Crawford, including potential fights like Gervonta Tank Davis versus Crawford or Jaron Boots Ennis versus Crawford, calling them exciting and high-level clashes for boxing fans.
The best unified 147 fighter, because he was definitely on a different level that night.
Who do you want to see him face next?
To be honest, bro, I thought it was crazy back then when people were talking about it, but now that I look at it, I think Crawford and Gervonta Davis would be a good fight, man. Knowing that Gervonta Davis fought at 140 already, I think if he just goes up one more weight class, I think besides me and Canelo, I think the next biggest fight in boxing is Tank and Crawford, and it'd be more likely to happen even before too. So there's some good fights right there, bro. Honestly, and then also Boots with Terence Crawford. Yeah. That would be a great fight too. So there's a lot of great fights there to make happen. But yeah, it's going to be a fun time watching Terence Crawford fight again.
On the other hand, Terence Crawford and Turki Alashik have recently expressed interest in a potential fight with Canelo Alvarez, stating they are ready to make the matchup happen if the opportunity comes together.
You feel me? He going next?
We want the Nanches.
Tell him we going for Canelo next.
Yes.
Let's
go. Canelo, come on.
You heard it from him.
We are ready.
Crawford further described a fight with Canelo Alvarez as the biggest matchup in boxing, saying he is ready if the opportunity is made official. Canelo responded with a clear message, saying weight classes exist for a reason. While he praised Crawford as a great fighter, he also stated that a fight with him would not add anything significant to his own legacy or reputation.
But I see he wants to fight. He's made it clear. Do fights like that help your legacy, or do you feel like that's something that's not worth it to you?
Everything in my career, every fight make my legacy different and better. No, Terence Crawford is a great fighter. He's a good fighter, but like I say, he's weight classes for a reason. I'm focused 100% on Berlanga, and you never know what happened.
Alvarez recently avoided addressing Crawford and Turki Alashik after they publicly called him out. He chose not to comment on the potential Crawford versus Canelo fight, staying silent on the subject.
Terence Crawford was Turki Alashik at the other event across town. Put out an open challenge to you on the internet with Turki Alashik calling you out. What's your response to Terence Crawford's call out tonight?
No comment.
On the other hand, David Benavidez said he believes he has earned a title shot against Canelo based on his strong recent performances. He also noted that many top fighters are targeting Canelo, including names like Crawford and Nalia Inoue, all showing interest in facing him in major fights.
Throwing his hat in to want to fight Canelo at 168.
I mean, everybody wants to fight Canelo. It's a money fight. You know what I mean? I think even Inoue would come up to fight Canelo. Canelo wanted to fight him. I mean, I don't want to see Crawford to fight Canelo, to be honest with you. But it would be. I'm not saying it wouldn't be a great fight. It would be a great fight. But I feel like if I deserve my.
Roy Jones Jr. believes Canelo may simply be waiting for the right moment to maximize a big money fight with David Benavidez, pointing out that it would be a massive pay-per-view event. He said there is real risk for Canelo, but added it's likely a smart business move rather than fear, since Benavidez is a high-pressure, dangerous opponent. Jones Jr. also explained that Benavidez is in a position similar to where Canelo once was, hungry, rising, and chasing the top spot, while Canelo is already established at the elite level. That dynamic, he said, puts pressure on the younger fighter to prove himself. Canelo has previously said a fight with Benavidez would need a huge financial offer, mentioning the size difference and suggesting Benavidez comes into the ring significantly heavier, even implying a figure around $200 million. Meanwhile, Benavidez has discussed potential future opponents, saying both Dimitri Bivol and Artur Beterbiev are elite fighters, though he sees Bivol as the more technical and interesting challenge.
Great fight for both men. They both had to be extremely ready. This is a hard fight for both of them. I'm kind of leaning again with Bivol. Bivol is a great boxer and he has punching power. And then Beterbiev, I think he's a little bit older. You know, I think his body's breaking down a little bit. He works really hard. I don't take nothing away from him, but he does a lot of weights.
David Benavidez has also suggested that Artur Beterbiev is showing signs of aging, which could give Dimitri Bivol the advantage in their matchup. He added that he expects to face the winner of Bivol versus Beterbiev, especially after continuing strong performances like his win over Oleksandr Vadzik. He also believes a potential fight with Canelo Alvarez is still one fans have been waiting for. Bivol, meanwhile, has spoken respectfully about Benavidez, calling him a strong and confident fighter who is always looking for challenges. He also recalled their past sparring sessions, saying both fighters had good moments in training that on the Crawford side. Things remain uncertain at 154 pounds. The WBO has ordered him into a possible title defense against Sebastian Fundora, but Crawford is reportedly more interested in a mega fight with Canelo Alvarez instead of mandatory defenses. Fundora's team has claimed Crawford is chasing bigger money fights, while Turki Alashik has previously said Crawford's main focus is Canelo. He also accused Canelo of avoiding certain fights, saying negotiations stalled over financial demands. However, Bernard Hopkins disagrees with the idea of Crawford versus Canelo ever happening, saying it doesn't make much sense due to size and division differences. Instead, he believes Canelo versus Benavidez is the more realistic and competitive matchup, since both fighters are in the same weight class and physically more aligned. In the end, boxing fans are left with the same big question: who will Canelo face next, Crawford or Benavidez?